Hi everyone, welcome to our spiritual sojourn. So glad you could join us. Hey Tom, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm glad I could join us too.
I am very glad you could join us.
Well, we had an interesting experience. Let me explain briefly to everyone who's watching. Laurie and I often have an offline discussion, and sometimes we hit the record button and capture what comes through because sometimes it's inspiring and informational and educational, and that's what happened today. So here we're going to cut away to a snippet of that discussion where some guidance came through and brought forth a very important and helpful message. And I think both Laurie and I were very surprised at the strength and the depth of the message. So we'd like to share that with you. And here we go.
Greetings to you both. We are pleased to have this opportunity to speak with you again, for we enjoy our time with you. Understand that we are working with you, your guides, the angels, the interstellar groups, as you call them. Many are working together now to bring about the changes that are coming to the earth. There is much shifting going on, as you both recognize. Energies are shifting. Time is shifting in different ways at different times. Each of you have had the experience of feeling as if you have suddenly slipped from one timeline to another, from one dimension back again to the third dimension. And we would say to you that this is in fact true. You are not making this up, as many humans will say to themselves that they are just making things up. You are not. This is true. This is real. Much of what is happening is what you are experiencing as the earth itself shifts frequency and vibration, and the human body is reacting to that. And you are all feeling that energy. The more you can allow and flow with this energy, the better it will be for you. The least resistance is the path to take. For when you go with the flow, so to say, as you do on earth, it makes it easier. Your vibration will raise naturally. Your frequency will increase as it needs to. The resistance is what creates the fear, the anger, the confusion. Release all of that. Recognize it for what it is. Thank it for its service and move past it, acknowledging that at times, yes, there is fear, there is misunderstanding, there is sometimes anger. Notice it and keep moving, for it does not serve you. For as you're moving into these higher dimensions, much of that energy will be left behind, for there will be no need and no place for it, for it is of a lower vibration, a lower frequency, and you are moving beyond that. Humans still have emotions. You will always have all of your emotions. However, you will notice that those lower vibration ones, anger, fear, have less of an impact and are more something you notice as a way to correct yourself, what path you are on, correct your thoughts, and move forward in a more peaceful fashion, knowing that you're in perfect alignment with the universe, with Source. For this is where you are moving toward as humans, as a planet. You will notice all the earth changes that are occurring. You see that currently in your own state, as well as many states in your country, with the wildfires, the droughts, all of the earth happenings around the world. This is part of the earth shifting itself, shifting its vibration, moving to a higher vibration. And this is the result of that, for you are witnessing this. Know that all is being monitored. All of you are protected at this time. Allow everything to unfold as it needs to. Stop trying to second guess, predict, know ahead of time. For humans, it is always the mind and ego that wish to know everything ahead so that you may plan, have it perfected, understand what is coming. This journey that you are all on, the earth itself, is one of faith and trust. There is no way to know. There is no way for you as a human being to predict, to plan ahead, to somehow control what is unfolding. Again, we say to you, your best course is to allow, to let go of needing to be in charge and to surrender. As you let go of this control, then you're in this flow of the universe. And there will be less resistance from you. And your ride, so to speak, will be easier and calmer.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was kind of amazing.
that was.
I did not expect them to come through and say that
No,
today.
and nor did I think we were in line for anything quite that big.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
But I
quite.
think it's a great message. And I know for me, it helps me to put things in perspective, get out of my own way, stop trying to control everything. And that's so hard. It makes me so anxious, even just saying that.
I know. And here I am trying to get all the answers when really the answer is stop trying to get all the answers.
Yeah. And it's not that I don't think people, I think people, some of the psychics are getting some information, but ultimately, who knows what kind of filters things are coming through may or may not be true in the long run because we're not in charge of any of it. It will
Right.
all unfold the way it unfolds, and it may unfold the way that folks are seeing it, and it may not.
I think the reason why people need to know a little something is to maintain the lower level of anxiety if they can, because high levels of anxiety don't help this at all. So,
Right. And but what if I'm remembering this correctly, they were saying to let go of all of that because that's even creating more anxiety. So the less you can, the more you can move away from that, acknowledge, okay, yes, I feel anxious about this, and then move forward and let it just acknowledge it, but keep moving, so to speak. And for me, I know they've said to me to not get wrapped up in what's going on, like really don't pay attention to the political stuff that's going on. Don't pay attention to things that I have no control over that will only serve to create anger and anxiety in me.
yeah,
Just move on.
that's a quite a paradox, really, which is don't try and calm your anxiety. It causes more anxiety.
Right. It is difficult, and there are people who truly are interested, let's say in politics in particular, and they enjoy watching it. It's something they've always done. And I'm just not one of those people. And
Mhm.
so my guides have been very clear with me all along to just stay out of it. And so I have been.
And speaking for my own self, I've always been somebody who I was a news junkie and I never missed the news, but I haven't watched it in weeks and maybe months. You know, a
Mhm.
little snippet here or there, but life is so much more peaceful when you just don't tap into that. You don't get locked into it.
Yeah.
And you can watch the news like you might watch a good football game where you're cheering for this and hoping for that and waiting to see if that happens or not. But that just draws you in further, and that's exactly what we're not supposed to do.
It's less effective, I think. Although, if people enjoy watching the news, then fine, more power to them. If they can stay in that place of calmness while they're taking that information in.
Yeah.
I'm just not someone who can.
I don't think most people can. I think there's an element of evoking emotion in all of us, one way or the other, which is how they keep your eyeballs on the screen.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think everyone has to find their own balance with this and their own what works for them, whatever that is, limiting your time, watching only certain shows or whatever. Um, but you have to find your balance. But I agree, for me at least, it's about noticing the lower vibration things like my anxiety, my fear, get caught up in. Just simply notice and keep moving forward and releasing it and saying, okay, I don't need to stay in that vibration. I
Mhm.
can move past it and move on and trust that. And for me, it's about letting go of my need to control everything and trusting that the universe, source, whatever you want to call it, has me, that I'm supported and I don't have to worry. Because worry doesn't really solve anything, just makes my stomach hurt.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that too. And I think we're on a good subject here. And I've noticed since I don't watch the news that instead of doing that, I listen to music, particularly late at night. And that's very calming and very
Yeah.
enjoyable. And an hour can pass in a minute. And you
Mhm.
go, wow, that was good. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
As opposed to, watching your blood pressure go up while you watch the news.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I agree. And I think that's important for all of us. Find what works, what works for you to keep you in that calm state. And music is perfect, actually, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Meditation,
universal language.
it is. Absolutely is. Yeah. Art of any kind, I think, can be very calming and centering for folks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In addition to all the things that we said last week about what to do. So it's tune out the media as much as you can. And don't focus on all of this stuff. Disconnect from it. Find yourself in um, nature if you can.
Hmm.
All those things are what we talked about last episode, and they all still apply. And on top of that, replace it with something good and creative. Really can be healing and calming.
What's comforting to me is knowing that all of all the beings in all the universes are with us at this moment, kind of helping us navigate all of these changes and this particular point in Earth and human history.
Mhm.
Gives me comfort to know that what I call the interstellars, whether you call them aliens, galactic beings, whatever, that they are also working conjointly with spirit in some way. All the angels, our guides, whoever is out there, they're all coordinating and working together to
Mhm.
support us in this and helping us with these transitions. That resonates for me and helps me to have that trust then and that sense of calm about it. It's like, okay, they got this.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're way
Unless we're
better
the
than me.
football game and they're watching us for entertainment. That's a possibility. But I don't think that's the case.
I still always say we're the Thursday night entertainment, especially in the other galaxies and other dimensions where they all get together around their little computer or little TV screen
Uh,
and ask, what are the humans doing today?
I
And
know.
it
Do you
takes a
suppose they're betting on us?
well, and it's like that whole new take on As the World Turns, that old soap opera, because that's probably what it's called. And then it's like a comedy. They just laugh. We're an
Hmm.
entertainment for them.
That's really what it comes down to. I think we are cheap entertainment.
I agree. I've always said that for Spirit. I just think that we're a day's entertainment for them. They just, it's like, okay, wait, what is she doing now? Oh my heavens, what is she thinking?
Mm.
She said, what? So yeah, I just think that we're just entertaining for them.
Okay, thanks for watching that with us, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. That is a great message for us today, and there were not a whole lot of questions to be asked after that. It was just a very strong and helpful message. So if you liked it and if it was helpful to you, please smash the like button and share it with a friend if you want. And if you haven't yet subscribed, we'd love to have you do that. If you have anything you would like to comment about it, please put that in the comments section for this video, as well as any ideas for future topics, because we're always looking for inspiration. And above and beyond that, if you would like to get a hold of either Laurie or me, you can always do that at ourspiritualsojourn@gmail.com. And we promise to get back to you promptly and answer your questions. And we hope that we can be helpful to you. And with that, we thank you for watching. See you next time, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.